All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're talking about the Chicago Bears in today's video. Caleb Williams' debut has finally happened. Folks, I just landed in Chicago, so this is very fitting. I was freaking out because my flight was the entire football game. The entire duration of my flight was the entire Bears-Buffalo the Bears second preseason game. And I snagged that Wi-Fi. I was able to watch this. My jaw was agape watching Caleb Williams on a couple of these possessions. So real quick, let's get into the meat and potatoes here because that's what everyone is curious about. Caleb Williams' preseason debut, 4-7 for 95 yards and a passer rating of 101.8. He also had a rush for a first down, 13 yards. He led two drives that went 58 and 84 yards, and that was it for his debut. He played pretty much the entirety of the first quarter. I actually don't know if it could have gone possibly better. It started a little bit interesting. Just they were trying to get the run game established. I shouldn't say established because they're not game planning this, but you get what I mean. They're running the ball off a little bit. Caleb looked, eager, like he was ready to go. He was anticipating this probably since the day he got drafted, probably the day he played his last college football game. But folks, I'm sure you guys have seen that Cole Kmet highlight in there. We got it in this video. That Cole Kmet throw was unbelievable. My jaw literally just was wide open. That was beautiful. I don't care that it's preseason. The Buffalo Bills were playing pretty much their entire starting defense. And what I saw Caleb Williams do with my own two eyes today was very impressive. So welcome back to the channel. We're talking about the Chicago Bears' second preseason game, 33-6 victory over the Buffalo Bills on the road. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button if you guys haven't already. Bears fans, if we could try and get this video to 100 likes, that would be absolutely awesome. As you guys know, we cover the Bears every single day. Even though Caleb threw for 13.6 yards per completion, I still don't even think stats truly show, what happened today, man. So his first completion was a nice little throw to DJ Moore. He had a really nice throw to DeAndre Swift where he kind of threw it like a shot put in a screen. Once again, the offensive line was a little bit shaky. The offensive line's been extremely shaky the entire training camp. So this was expected. I know Darnell Wright had a holding call during Caleb Williams' first quarter. But it was a screenplay. So the offensive line collapsed and it kind of shot puts it to DeAndre Swift. And this guy just rips a 34-yard gain. And I think they settled for a field goal there, which was unfortunate. But, I know that stat pad, or I shouldn't say that stat is a little bit padded just because of the 42-yard gain from DeAndre, or 42-yard gain from DeAndre Swift. What are we doing? Yeah. But I'm telling you, man, Caleb Williams did a really good job today. I know he only had 4 total completions. One of them was to Cole Kmet, and I'm telling you, this is going to be the highlight and the headline for the entire week. You are going to see this clip of Caleb Williams rolling out to his right, which he did, by the way, a ton. A lot of his pass throws, I would say, I don't have the statistic, but I would say at least 3 or 4 of those pass throws were rolling out to his right. A lot of them had to be designed. I would say at least 2 off the top of my head. That Cole Kmet play, 100%. I mean, guys, just on the run, showcasing his accuracy, showcasing his arm power. I mean, that was a phenomenal throw. Preseason, training camp, 7-on-7 with no pads. Like, it doesn't matter. Super Bowl, like, I don't care where. If you make that pass, I mean, you got eyeballs on you. And I'm telling you, man, you're going to see that, rightfully so, the entire freaking week. Unfortunately, speaking of rookies, we didn't see any Rome Odunze catches, which was unfortunate. Something to keep an eye on in the next couple of weeks. One thing I was really intrigued by was who is Caleb Williams' favorite target going to be? And I think the obvious answer, because we didn't see a catch from Keenan Allen today, was Mr. DJ Moore. DJ Moore had 3 total targets, 2 total catches for 29 yards. And that's all I got for Caleb. That first down, 13-yard rush, that was huge too. I mean, once again, we go back to this statistic. He led 2 drives that went 58 and 84 yards against the Bills' first-team defense. So I the Bills, got rid of their first. They started to rotate in rotational depth players, second stringers after Caleb's first drive, but you get the point here. It was really impressive. All right, moving forward, Felix Jones Jr. 3 carries. Yes, I said the word carries. Felix Jones Jr. looks to be fully integrated into the running back role. We heard Matt Eberflus say this a couple of weeks ago that they're going to have Felix return some of these punts, return some of these kicks. They're going to try and get him in the return game. And he's been working with the running backs. And it's ironic because we're talking about the Green Bay Packers on a Bears video on a Bears channel, but it reminds me awfully of Ty Montgomery. Ty Montgomery on the Packers a couple of years ago, or many years ago at this point, would drop critical key kick returns. Like he would fumble it and they'd lose the ball. And it just derailed. Obviously, that derails a team. And Velas, I'm not necessarily saying he does have, that issue, or he's had that issue in his brief NFL career, but whether it's staying on the field or just ball security or just dropping the ball, whatever it is, there's way too much speed that Felix Jones Jr. has to not integrate him into this offense, or at least to give him one final shot, even though this is, I believe, his third year here. But he had a great game today. 3 carries, 34 yards, 1 touchdown. Ian Wheeler also 5 carries, 43 yards, and 2 touchdowns. I mean, they obliterated the Buffalo Bills today. I get that it's a preseason game and this doesn't matter. The final score doesn't matter. But the Bears obliterated the Bills today. If this was week 1 of the regular season, the NFL would be losing its freaking mind right now. But, once again, I won't get ahead of myself here. Khalil Herbert, 9 carries, 31 yards. Kind of this trade target that the Bears haven't outright said, obviously, that he is a trade target, but it's something I'm keeping my eye on because you bring in DeAndre Swift. Ian Wheeler just had a great game. Felix Jones Jr. just had a great game at the running back position. You still have Rashawn Johnson entering his second season. So I've seen a bunch of trade proposals from other teams about Khalil Herbert, but I don't think the Bears will get rid of him. But, it's just something maybe to keep an eye on. Moving down the line, let's talk about the defense. Micah Bakersfield had a phenomenal game, including a pick 6. He also had a bunch of tackles. Phenomenal game from him. And then we have to talk about the young cats. First off, Daniel Hardy, Montana State legend, 2.5 sacks today. And that's not it, folks. Austin Booker, 2.5 sacks, your 5th-round rookie out of Kansas. I've been saying this for months on this channel. I don't care that it was 2 preseason games that we've seen to this point. I don't care if it's training camp hype. I don't care if it's OTA or rookie minicamp hype. I'm telling you, dude, Austin Booker is the real deal. He was extremely underrated. He was a 8-sack, double-digit tackle for loss, double-digit quarterback hits last season at Kansas. I'm telling you, by the end of the season, he will be the starting edge rusher opposite of Montez Sweat, or at least that's my opinion. And then real quick, speaking of some youngsters, Zach Pickens, South Carolina Gamecock, last year's rookie. He's had a good camp. He also had a nice sack today. So that's all we got time for today. We'll cover this game a little bit more in-depthly tomorrow, so stay tuned. But be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily Bears and NFL content, and we will see you tomorrow. But let me know your thoughts on Caleb Williams' game today. Give me a grade rating, and we'll see you tomorrow.